stop what you're doing, right now. Because what Adam Pearce just revealed about Brock Lesnar's WrestleMania 42 opponent will absolutely break your brain. We're talking about a name nobody expected, a man who said he was done with this business forever. Stay with me, because this changes everything. Welcome back to Wrestling Streams, the channel where the biggest WWE scoops, breakdowns, and reactions hit first. If you're new here, smash that subscribe button, you do not want to miss what's coming. Now listen. The wrestling world has been buzzing for weeks about one burning question: who in the world is going to step up and face Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 42? The Beast incarnate has been lurking in the shadows, and WWE's on-screen authority figure Adam Pearce has been tight-lipped until now. Because what just dropped has sent shockwaves through every wrestling forum, every fan page, and every locker room conversation from here to Hollywood. And the name being attached to this WrestleMania 42 showdown? It's one you thought you'd never hear again inside a WWE ring. We're talking about John Cena, the most iconic, the most decorated, the most beloved and most polarizing superstar in WWE history. A man who stood in the middle of the ring, said his tearful goodbyes, and walked into the sunset as a retired legend. So how is this possible? Why now? And what exactly did Adam Pearce reveal? Buckle up, because we're breaking it all down right here on Wrestling Streams. Let's start at the beginning. For those who missed it, Adam Pearce recently made waves when he was pressed during a WWE segment about finalizing the WrestleMania 42 card. When the topic of Brock Lesnar came up, because it always comes up, Pearce didn't dodge the question the way you'd expect. Instead, he dropped a line that sent the entire internet into meltdown mode. Pearce hinted that the opponent lined up for the Beast is someone with unfinished business, someone who the WWE Universe never truly got to say goodbye to on their own terms, and someone capable of matching Lesnar's intensity in ways no active roster member currently can. Now, those words alone had people losing their minds. But when you combine that language with the backstage reports, the cryptic social media activity, and what insiders have been saying for weeks, the picture becomes impossible to ignore. Every clue points to John Cena. Now I know what some of you are thinking: Cena is retired. He said it himself. He had his farewell tour. He's done. And yes, you're absolutely right that Cena has stepped away from in-ring competition. But here's what makes this story so compelling, and why it actually makes sense. First, Cena's retirement was emotional, but was it final? Think back to every other legend who retired in WWE. Shawn Michaels, Ric Flair, The Undertaker. Wrestling history is filled with legends who found one more reason to lace up the boots. And the difference with Cena is this: his farewell tour was cut shorter than planned due to real-life circumstances. Fans never truly got that definitive, storybook WrestleMania send-off that a 16-time world champion deserves. Second, who else can credibly face Brock Lesnar right now? This is the honest question that WWE creative has been wrestling with, no pun intended. Lesnar is a generational talent. His matches carry weight, they carry prestige, and they require an opponent who won't be swallowed whole by his aura alone. Look at the current roster. Who fits that bill? The answer, uncomfortably for some, is very few people. Cena, on the other hand, is one of the only names on the planet that would make audiences collectively lose their minds the second his music hit. Third, WrestleMania 42 is a legacy event. WrestleMania 42 isn't just another pay-per-view. This is a milestone show. WWE is pulling out all the stops to make it something historic, something unforgettable, something people talk about for decades. And nothing says legacy moment like John Cena retired or not stepping back into the grandest stage of them all for one final, definitive confrontation. Now let's talk about Brock Lesnar's side of the equation, because this isn't just about Cena. This match works because of both men. Brock Lesnar and John Cena have one of the most storied rivalries in WWE history. Their battles have headlined some of the biggest events in the company, and every single time they've shared a ring, the result has been something special. The physical contrast, the in-ring psychology, the sheer star power when both men are standing face to face, it's something no creative team needs to manufacture. It's already there, already real, already electric. And here's the thing about Lesnar: the Beast doesn't need a long story. He doesn't need months of promos and segments to build heat. When Brock Lesnar wants to destroy somebody, the audience believes it immediately. And the one man who has historically been presented as someone capable of surviving that destruction? John Cena. The narrative writes itself. Lesnar, the unstoppable force, meets the immovable legend who came out of retirement to prove one final point. That's not just a match, that's a main event. That's a WrestleMania moment. Since the reports started swirling, the wrestling world has been divided, and that's exactly what makes this story so fascinating. On one side, you have the fans who are absolutely electrified. These are the people who grew up watching Cena, who chanted his name, who lived through the Cena wins LOL era and came out the other side with nothing but respect for the man's dedication to this industry. For them, a Cena return at WrestleMania 42 against Lesnar is a dream come true. On the other side, you have the purists. The fans who feel that Cena's retirement should mean something, that bringing him back even for one match undermines the emotional weight of his farewell. They argue that WWE has enough homegrown talent capable of stepping up, and that leaning on nostalgia instead of building new stars is a crutch. Both sides have valid points. But here's what Wrestling Streams thinks: if this match is booked correctly, if it's treated with the gravity and the storytelling it deserves, it can satisfy both camps. Cena coming back doesn't have to be cheap nostalgia, it can be a genuine, meaningful conclusion to one of wrestling's greatest careers, on the grandest possible stage. So where does this go from here? What's the road to WrestleMania 42 going to look like if this is really happening? If WWE is smart, and increasingly, they'll let this breathe. A Cena return shouldn't be a casual surprise. It should be an event unto itself. A promo package, a slow build, maybe even weeks of cryptic teases before the man himself walks through that curtain. And when he does, you will hear a reaction that rattles arena rafters from coast to coast. As for Adam Pearce's role, expect him to play the reluctant broker. A man trying to hold order while the biggest possible match in WWE looms on the horizon. It's the perfect authority figure storyline, and it gives Pearce meaningful screen time leading into the biggest show of the year. The only real question left is this: does Cena win? Does he lose? And does it matter? At WrestleMania, sometimes the journey is the destination. And John Cena vs. Brock Lesnar one final time, on the grandest stage, might be the most perfect destination this industry has seen in years. Alright, Wrestling Streams family, that's the full breakdown. Adam Pearce's revelation. The case for John Cena. The match that could define WrestleMania 42. Now it's your turn. Drop a comment below. Are you hyped for Cena vs. Lesnar one more time? Or do you think WWE should be building up fresh stars instead? Let's get the conversation going, because this is what wrestling is all about. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, it helps the channel more than you know. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Wrestling Streams is your home for the hottest WWE content, breakdowns, and reactions every single week. We'll see you in the next one. And until then, keep watching, keep streaming, keep believing.